So how was it trying to keep up with his being a workaholic, getting up at 4 a.m., all of these things that people are hearing?
I actually developed heart palpitation as I was working with FVR because FVR was perfectionist. I mean, he's very charming to others. He's very charming to the press when we have meetings and everything. But to us as his staff, he can be very, very strict, and he demands perfection from the work that we do for him. We could not complain, however, because we could see that whatever it is he is asking of us, he can also do himself. So he starts working at about 4 a.m. And by the time I get to my office at about 7 a.m., I would get a lot of these memos with the red ball pen marginal notes, which would simply say, for 8 PMS, for CSW, NLT, that means for the head of the Presidential Management Staff, for complete staff work, no later than. So usually no later than is about a day, sometimes a week, and we have to make sure that when we submit the work, it is perfect. And when he says CSW, that means that the memo that we get back to him will have all the necessary information that he needs to know. There should be a summary of about no longer than 2 pages. It should not be longer than 2 pages. And it has to come up with a single recommendation for him to approve or disapprove. And if it is approved, the action document is already attached to it for his signature, whether it's a memo order, executive order, proclamation, or whatever. So, and if it is for a project, we also come up with an implementation plan, which will be part of the instructions to be given to the concerned official. And when that is approved, it is also our duty in PMS to make sure that we monitor the implementation of that particular directive.
Kanina kausap ko si Manny Mugato, who also covered a lot of the president. And he said it was during FVR's time daw that the PMS started instituting barcodes on the documents. And sinabi niya that was one innovation that allowed them to really keep track of these thousands of documents and keeping track of complete staff work and no later than. And so, I mean, is that true? And what do you remember of that system?
We instituted a lot of systems, even when it came to the releasing of documents, because, you know, we found out that certain corruption can happen during the transmission of released documents. And so we had to make sure that once it gets out, it gets to the recipient that same day. Now, for the incoming documents, as you know, we said, we were very, very careful about the tracking of our documents. As a matter of fact, we had a document tracking system so that when we start a document and send it to a cabinet member, they have to fill that up, and we know exactly where the document gets stalled or where it stays longer.
Routing,
and so
you know?
the routing, yeah, it's something that's very, very important to governance. No.